gold, ability materials, gear, training materials. I have hoarded all of these, and now I will use them to build the characters and teams. I am Dogbert. I will be your guide on this journey as we try to discover if they are worth it. Hello and welcome to Worth It yet again. We talked about Zombie Iron Man, but we didn't talk about Hela, and she's the one we need to talk about as well, because this duo definitely goes together, and Hela's the one you actually have to gear and build. So let's go over her pros and cons now. Of course, she's always been a good character. It was just that she didn't have the stats, really, with the, 2.0 power creep, whatever you want to call it. That was just the real problem. She's always had a great kit. Always been devastating. I mean, we took her to DD3 and DD4 constantly. She got old, but now she got that rework. Much better. So, let's move on to the pros. Greg! Yes, we all love Greg. The undead Asgardian we named Greg because that's what he was called in the files when she first came out, back when I first started playing. And that is a definite pro because you're not getting one character, you're getting two when you bring Hela. She can spread all negative effects if Zombie Iron Man is an ally. Otherwise, it only spreads 4 negative effects, but it never will spread stun. This has always been a great ability, and it hits hard as well. She does heal herself every turn. So, if, that's always valuable. It's percentage based off of her health, but she'll heal herself 4, plus, undead. When Greg dies, she also gets healed there too, by him. She can clear all barrier and death proof. This goes back to that ultimate again. That can clear that all and clear the death proof. Plus her basic can flip a death proof. She's really good at this, and that it comes in very handy nowadays. And characters killed by that basic also can't revive now. So you got to keep that in mind. If somebody's got to revive, you need to get rid of them. All of a sudden, that basic comes up. Hela's turn. You might want to use that basic. Try to take them out. And don't forget, it also hits twice. Cons. She's incredibly expensive to gear, costing just as much as Dormammu to take to gear 16 or gear 15 or whatever. She's one of the most expensive characters in the game because she's always been such a great character. They made her very expensive. Greg dies easily and can be exploited. This is how the symbiotes and Axemen became such hard counters to the Asgardians, especially in war. You kill Greg, you keep killing Greg, you get all this turn meter, and then you just take out the team. That was the one bad thing about her, but on the right team, wink wink, that can make characters just miss, wink wink, you can stop that exploit. Not saying anything. She is very T4 heavy, though. In reality, you probably need to use all the T4s on all her abilities. But the nice thing is, T4s on her equals T4s on Greg. 2 for 1 again. So you can actually turn that con into a little bit of a pro. Kind of balance that out a little bit. So ISO 8 recommendation. If you're looking for just one ISO 8 and you don't ever want to change it, well, that's going to be Fortifier now, because you need to keep her alive when you team her up with Zombie Iron Man. However, that's just one for, I just don't want to ever change this type thing. But I really think with different game modes, different team comps, you might be changing this to Striker, you might be changing this to Skirmisher, you might even put Healer on her. I can see Hela, depending on the situation, against whatever team you're going, we'll be switching this around. So don't put blue ISO 4 on her, just blue ISO 3. Blue ISO 3's blue ISO ions are pretty plentiful. I know I'm sitting on a bunch, but depending where you're at in the game, you might not be. So if you're looking for the first one to go for, it's probably Fortifier, just to keep her alive, because if she dies, so does Zombie Iron Man. T4 recommendations: basic, highly recommend it. You get more damage out of this, and it helps Greg. Special, also highly recommend it. Again, helping Greg. And if Greg kills somebody with his special, they can't revive. Oop, got a pop-up. Gotta get rid of it. Alright, let's move on. Ultimate, highly recommend it. You want to clear all that barrier. You can spread all negative effects once you put the T4 on if Zombie Iron Man is an ally, which a lot of times he will be, but not always. But again, makes you stronger. And finally, the passive, which also affects Greg. Highly recommend it. Yep, everything's highly recommended. But you pretty much want all the T4s. It makes her much, much better. So, is Hela worth it? Cosmic Crucible. Yep. Especially now. I might be trying some kind of defense with Hela on it. You know, and some characters that can make people go nuts because they keep making them miss. Wink, wink. Raids. Not sure on this one yet. The problem is she's Mystic. And I have a Mystic team that I can just hit Sim on in 3.4. So I really haven't tried her out in raids. Probably, though. She was good before this. We used to use her in Doom 1 before we got the new Warriors. I imagine with her rework, she'd probably be good in raids, but I'm just not sure. And because I can just hit Sim, I don't take the time to bother to try. Arena. Yep. I'm going to throw a couple of Arena videos in here. We'll take a look at those after I get done with this. But there are situations where you can use Hela in the arena. War. Of course, you can use her in war. For God's sake, you put her on a duo and you're beating some of the top teams out there with just the duo. Never mind, you've actually had a full team of 5, what they can take out with different combinations. So absolutely in war. Dark Dimension? Yeah, she was good in Dark Dimension beforehand. The problem became her stats were too low. I think now she becomes a contender for DD5 even with her rework. So she's incredibly good. Now, for suggested level in gear, I'm going to put a star next to the gear level. Gear 15, level 90 is the general advice if I don't know what somebody has. However, if you're somebody like me, running Doom 3.4, 3.3, you have good teal gear income, you have the Darkhold already upgraded, you have Spider Weaver already upgraded, you have the teal gear, Gear 16, highly recommended. Because more health she has, the more she survives, the more armor, more damage she does. You want everything you can put into her to keep her alive, to keep Zombie Iron Man around, and just keep doing that stuff. Plus, Greg. So, that's my general advice. That's why the star is there. If you're not somebody who has that kind of income, take her only to Gear 15, level 90. Orange gear is plentiful right now. Well, roughly speaking, I have plenty of it. So with all that said, now you understand Hela, let's go take a look at a couple videos in the arena. All right, first up, we're going to be using this team. Hela, 99, Emma, Weaver, and Dormammu. Let's just fast forward a little bit. Got past the loading bar a little bit there. And I'll show you the team. I forgot to take the opposing team. When I recorded this, this was actually recorded on Catbird. So we are going against the Eternals, Emma, Spider-Weaver, and 99. You're probably thinking, what the hell are you thinking? Icarus is going to double tap you. You stand no chance. And plus you have a coin flip on 99 and Weaver. Not really. Because remember, when Greg dies, they lose 10% speed bar. And what just happened there on 99's turn, even though their 99 went first? They killed Greg. Guess what? They lost 10% speed bar. This means my Spider-Weaver is going first. Now we're going to put the slows out on them. Well, look, my Spider-Weaver went first because of Greg. Now we stun Spider-Weaver. Now, actually, we're going to be stunning Emma here with Dormammu. We don't want her clearing off those debuffs for us. We take Spider Weaver right out with Greg. Oh no, it's the Icarus. Wait, Icarus missed. No double tap. Icarus just wasted his ultimate. Remember what I was saying about characters who can make people miss? The Eternals have now wasted their ultimates. Spider Weaver and 99 are gone. Say goodbye to those death proofs. Yeah, this really wasn't much of a match. But you can see how you can use Hela in the arena. Let's take a look at one more video. Not as good as this one, but pretty interesting. Now this one was taken on Dogbert. We actually have Hela and Zombie Iron Man going against that bastard defense of 99, Spider Weaver, Rogue, Emma, and Dormammu. As you can see, we're using our 99. Our Spider Weaver is going to go first. Now this one's a little bit more difficult using Zombie Iron Man, only at gear 14, level 75. Plus we have a little bit more of a difficult defense as well. We got all those revive onces out there. And honestly, I make a lot of misplays. There, Emma's clearing. I shouldn't have used the special there. I should have this transferred debuffs, get those bleeds out to everybody so they attack all each other. That's one of my misplays. I make more misplays later. This is what you get for doing arena battles late at night. Especially when you're trying something out for the first time. I just wanted to see if I could have Zombie Iron Man in the arena. But it actually helped show just how good Hela can be. And with Zombie Iron Man on the team, this means the Gregs can get taunt, which helps out a lot too. Don't forget that with the Tangled Web, their specials can't miss, are not affected by another Spider Weaver with the charge because they can't miss. They're unavoidable, I think is the actual word. As Mobile Gamer learned yesterday, 99 special cannot miss. Well, we told him about it. A lot of my misplays make this match go a lot longer. Got a little bit of luck there that Rogue went and hit Zombie Iron Man. You can see Zombie Iron Man just keeps coming back. Other nice thing with Zombie Iron Man, when Hela drops below 50%, you get a second Greg. That may not make a whole lot of sense why I did that move, but that was just to get the charges, even though the stun would never land. Getting charges on Spider Weaver is very important, obviously. You can see there's Spider Weaver attacking their Rogue because of the bleeds. That's why spreading those bleeds is much better move if you can. Here's another misplay. I didn't realize that Spider Weaver had the charge. I should have never have used Hela's ultimate. At the time of this video, Hela didn't have Fortifier on her yet. She was still a striker. And she was still gear 15. I hadn't upgraded her yet. I've actually taken her to gear 16 now. Level 85 right now. Should be going to 90 in the next few days. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably 90. Don't know when. But you can see we've gotten it down to just Rogue and Dormammu now. Those death proofs that she keeps giving herself also when I believe it was when Greg dies, she gets a death proof, or on turn she gets I forget what she gets a death proof. She gets death proofs. And that's the match. As you can see, we are actually able to win with Iron Man Zombie also on the team, with Hela in the arena. She is definitely arena worthy now. So, I hope this video lets you know that Hela's definitely worth building. Until next time, everybody.